Match day 3 of the 2023-2024 AFC Champions League. The setting is the Markazi Stadium in Namangan, Uzbekistan, in the east of the country, in the Fergana Valley, about 30 kilometers or so from the border with Kyrgyzstan. And a meeting between Navbahor, Namangan and Nassaji, Mazandaran. The visitors from Iran, the beautiful Caspian Sea region of the country, right in the far north, looking to move further north in the group. This is Group D, and it's a fascinating looking one. Al Hilal at the top, Navbahor level on points with them, Nassaji Mazandaran in third place. Mumbai City yet to register a point in what is a very, very difficult group indeed. Two debutants in the AFC Champions League as well, in Navbahor and Nassaji Mazandaran. Historic accomplishments for them, making it through to the group stage of this prestigious competition, the flagship club competition in Asia, for the very first time. As a result, real excitement in the Markazi Stadium tonight, and a sense of hope among the Navbahor fans that they're going to get a crucial victory against Nassaji Mazandaran. For second place in any of these groups in the AFC Champions League is no guarantee of a place in the knockout stages. Win the group and you have a breathing space. And Al Hilal don't have a great deal of breathing space at the top of the group because of the excellent performance of Navbahor in the opening match day when they drew 1-1 at Al Hilal. Very nearly beat them too, Al Hilal equalising in the 10th minute of additional time. Navbahor then went on to beat Mumbai City by 3-0. Nassaji Mazandaran started with a victory over Mumbai City, 2-0 on match day 1. They then lost 3-0 at home to Al Hilal. On the 7th of November, in the next match day, these teams will meet in Tehran at the Azadi Stadium. A victory for Navbahor would put them in a much more comfortable place to go to a stadium that has always commanded great support. Nassaji Mazandaran are one of the most popular clubs in the league. They get very good attendances, they have extremely passionate fans, and they can make life very difficult for under pressure teams. Navbahor will be hoping that that pressure does not apply to them. Navbahor, the name itself means new spring, and it has been a new dawn for this club, qualifying for the AFC Champions League for the first time, along with the Mazandaran Tigers. But they've been finding things difficult domestically. 12th in the league with just 1 win in 6 matches this season. They haven't scored for 3 matches, 2 in the league and 1 in the AFC Champions League. Their first ever trophy was the AFC Cup last season. They were only 12th in the Persian Gulf Pro League. They've never finished higher than 9th. It is a great tribute to them that they have come into this competition and managed to be competitive early on, because so many teams struggle when they get to this tournament for the first time. The stadium was built in 1956. It's had 5 renovations, the latest in 2018. Two clubs with quite a bit of history. Nassaji Mazandaran, the visitors, founded in 1959, 64 years ago. The oldest club in the Caspian Sea region of Iran, one of the oldest in the entire country. And yet they were only promoted to the Persian Gulf Pro League the same year that this stadium, where they're visiting today, was renovated most recently, 2018. The second team from the Mazandaran province in the north of the country to actually play in the league. And what of their region? It is a historic region for sport in Iran, particularly combat sports. It's one of the great wrestling epicenters of the world. So many Olympic champions in wrestling have come from that part of the world. Also weightlifters too, many of them among the most famous and celebrated supporters of the club. Now they enjoyed the opportunity to lift something rather heavy themselves for the first time last season. A trophy at long last in their 64-year history. Now they come to the Fergana Valley, 5 hours eastwards by car from Tashkent, about 300 kilometres or so. A Silk Road city, a craft and trading centre for hundreds of years. Population of 650,000, many of whom have turned out tonight to watch this match. Well, there is a bit of a naming dichotomy when you look at this club, Navbahor Namangan. Part of the name means something very hopeful, the other gives the impression of toiling, which will apply. It is the AFC Champions League, the flagship club competition in Asia, and a meeting between two debutants on match day 3. Navbahor Namangan of Uzbekistan and Nassaji Mazandaran of Iran, meeting in Namangan, Uzbekistan, in the east of the country and the Fergana Valley. Navbahor means the new spring. Namangan comes actually from the Persian word for salt mines. So who will experience a new dawn and who will be toiling away with little reward? Will it be Navbahor, on whom the sun shines? Will Nassaji Mazandaran rub salt into the wound? We'll discover as this one gets underway in just a moment or two. Begi leading his players down the line. Azimjon Ahmedov, the captain of Navbahor, back at the club. They're delighted to have him back as well. Key part of their recent history. Super League ever-present Utkir Yusupov is, as expected, in goal for Navbahor, who are captained by recent returner to the club, number 4, Azimjon Ahmedov, in the midfield. Group at the moment, Navbahor, the visitors, in 3rd position. Last moments of discussion amongst the officials, mostly a team from Qatar. Salman Falahi in charge of this. That will be hosting the AFC Asian Cup at the start of 2024. In charge of the video review system, Salman Falahi's colleague Abdul Rahman Al Jassim. And the captains, Azimjon Ahmedov, 31-year-old, who only rejoined the club that he loves so very much in July of this year with Saeed Begi. Year-old from Arak in the west of Iran, quite some distance from Mazandaran province up in the north. Begi is only 5 appearances away from 100 in the league for all of the clubs that he's played for so far. This is his 4th club. There haven't been many goals to celebrate this season for Nassaji Mazandaran, but one of the most likely scorers will be number 9, Mohamed Reza Azai. Will be supported by number 8, creative midfielder Farshid Esmaili. Waiting for a chance on the bench for Nassaji Mazandaran is number 22, Nono, Jose Antonio. The Spaniard, having joined the club last month, gradually working his way up to match fitness. It could be a very useful substitute to bring on. 32-year-old Utkir Yusupov, Rashid Mazaheri, 2 years older. And we are soon to begin match day 3. Very warmest of welcomes to you indeed to match day 3 in the 2023-2024 AFC Champions League, as Navbahor Namangan of Uzbekistan host Nassaji Mazandaran of Iran. And an early decision for referee Salman Falahi. It was a very reckless beginning for the captain Saeed Beghi. The last thing that the visiting team wants is to have their captain give a caution early on, and he was risking it a bit there. Samvel Babayan, the head coach of Navbahor, 52, from the capital city Tashkent. His second spell in charge of the team. And it is Navbahor in possession. This is Igor Golban. Nice idea that is, lovely ball, slightly heavy touch, should be comfortable for Rashid Mazaheri. Daniel Abdulmanapov, the 23-year-old, who's already scored 2 goals in this season's AFC Champions League, nearly getting a chance early on. We have a look at Mehdi Ramati, 40-year-old head coach of Nassaji Mazandaran. His opposite number from the capital city of his country, Tehran. Took over the club from Aluminium Arak in June of this year. You just saw their number 77, Mohamed Ehsan Hosseini. He was one of a number of players who came over from Aluminium Arak to join their old manager. Certainly a plan early on to get him behind Amir Mahdi Janmaleki, the fullback. '17 is Abdulbek Ismailov. And it's back to 33-year-old Igor Golban. Ramati hooks it away. Both of these teams debutants in the AFC Champions League, and there's real pressure being put on the defence. Sabir Hardani, the player who was almost caught out there, he didn't find himself in the best position. Ismailov. Certainly never any surprise to have a good loud crowd in a game in Uzbekistan. Very full stadium. Here's Filip Ivanovic, the Serbian, who joined the club a few months ago from Radnitski Kragujevac in his native country. He's also played in Albania and Azerbaijan. He's been a very good addition to the team defensively. And there is the captain, John Akhmedov, going for that long ball and nearly making it work again to Doniyor Abdulmanapov. He is the target every time for an almost old-fashioned classical long ball. And it was quite well executed by Akhmedov. Moment, Janmaleki and Hardani on the right side of the defence are really being pressurised by those long balls. They've got to be very alert. Certainly a clear foul by Akhmedov. match day 3 for both of these teams. Navbahor, the slightly better performers, courtesy of that very good 1-1 draw they had with Al Hilal before the win over Mumbai City. And here's the first chance for the visitors, and nearly making its way to Mohamed Reza Abbasi. The 27-year-old from Minab in the far south of Iran, just about as far away as you can get from Mazandaran province on the shores of the Caspian. And a throw from Jan Maleki. Visitors had more trouble with Al Hilal than their opponents, losing 3-0 on match day 2. But like Navbahor, they beat Mumbai City. One fewer goal. Wahid Mohamadzadeh, there's number 3 for Nassaji Mazandaran. Here he is, 29th appearance in the AFC Champions League. Yes, again, Sinjon Ahmedov committing the foul, and this time picking up the yellow card. It's a similar sort of challenge. It's not malicious, but it is, shall we say, on the clumsy side. Bringing down Mahmoud Ramati. And as a result, he will not be available for the return match between these teams on match day 4. Very nearly had the opposition captain, Saeed Beghi, shown a yellow card for quite a reckless-looking challenge early on. And that time, the foul committed by Ahmedov, and it is the home captain who's booked. Rashid Esmaili, 29-year-old, used to be a forward in his youth days, now very much a useful utility player. Abbasi wanted it on the wing, and in the end it's put very comfortably into the arms of Udkir Yusupov. There's a lot of space for Mohamed Reza Abbasi on the left. Sambel Babayan did have a spell in China in 2021, managing Changchun Yatai. Has twice managed the national team. Well, there's a player down for Navbahor, and surely play will be stopped. It had been a head-to-head based on the reaction of Mohamed Reza Abbasi too. Being urged to keep himself calm. Oh yes, they did absolutely collide in mid-air. Kamuhuja Abdulkholikov was the player who certainly had a worse an impact. Is actually a bit of a common ground linguistically, because Namangan has been for some time a real centre for the Persian language, the Tajik variant of it. It was first described, this whole area, in the Fergana Valley, which occupies the east of Uzbekistan, the south of Kyrgyzstan and the north of Tajikistan, by Chinese scholars about 2,000 years ago. And like so many places in this part of Asia, it occupied an important role in the Silk Road trading route. And naturally, Mazandaran province is strategic place for Iran from a commercial point of view, being as it's on the Caspian and has access to so many other parts of Asia and Europe. Igor Golban has plied his trade on the other side of the Caspian Sea in Azerbaijan. Hardani will restart for Nassaji Mazandaran. Number 5 is Milos Milovic from Montenegro. Quite a few of the Navbahor players recent additions to the team as they've sought to prepare themselves for this debut AFC Champions League campaign. And as I mentioned earlier in the game, a fair few changes to Nassaji Mazandaran because of their new manager coming in from Aluminium Arak and bringing some tried and tested players who understand the way he likes to play. Boev does well. It's a beautiful idea again. This time it was Abdul Kholikov. Surely they're going to get one of those right soon. If and when they do, Nassaji Mazandaran will not be able to say they were not warned. Lovely pace from Mohammad Reza Abbasi. What a good ball as well to Azadi, but he's got so many players around him. Does well to find Rahmati. But that was quick backtracking from the Navbahor defence. Hardani, and it's all rather wasted. Piece of play though from Mohammad Reza Abbasi. Foul by Abdulmanapov. Mohammadzadeh. Hosseini. Not too much power on the pass for Abbasi, but he's going to get it back anyway. And is not brought down on that occasion. Chance for Navbahor to exploit a little space that's been left down the right. Overlapping is Ismailov. It's a good run from Ismailov, but Mohammadzadeh saw him coming. Didn't get it away. Yes, he did. Just about out of play. Lovely little burst of pace from Abdulbek Ismailov. Falls rather usefully, and is not used perhaps as usefully to Abbasi. Ismaili has to go back to Babai. Rahmati. He was not brought down in the judgment of Salman Falahi. Was not the most well-timed of challenges that you will ever see, and it's Azimjon Ahmedov who has already been given a yellow card. And one wonders at what point Azimjon Ahmedov might choose to calm himself down, whether somebody needs to tell him to. Good piece of control from Jamshid Iskandarov. Bursting forward, Ibrahim Yuldashev wearing number 6. It's with Abdulmanapov. Adani. Gives it to the captain, Begi. He's on something of a tightrope, isn't he? And he probably knows it. Azimjon Ahmedov in possession now, absolutely loves this club. He played for them from 2010 to 2015 and from 2018 to 2022. Had a spell in the middle at Pakhtakor. Then, after leaving last year, went to Turon Yepan. Has returned. Ivanovic. Iskandarov, plenty of options. And he just overcooked it a fraction for Ibrahim Yuldashev, 24-year-old. One of the new signings for Navbahor from Dinamo Samarkand. well by Azadi to Saber Hardani. For Ismaili to control. Really significant opportunities as we get close to the halfway point of the first half. And in a group that is starting to look very complicated and tight already, it's easy to see why we might have a reasonably tense first 20 minutes or so. Player down. It is Mahmoud Ramati. He is one of the players who moved across with Mehdi Ramati from Aluminium Arak. Spent a couple of years there. He was actually at Nassaji Mazandaran before. He was a goalkeeper, Mehdi Ramati, before becoming a manager. Played 76 times for the national team, and he's going to have to make a decision about one of his outfielders here, Mahmoud Ramati being stretched off, and I think an indication there that a change is going to have to be made. Certainly a lot of conversation going on among the Nassaji Mazandaran coaching staff. He's back up at the moment. Let's have a look back at it. It's an awkward one, isn't it? The two of them rather going into each other. I just noticed before that, Azimjon Ahmedov had a little tug on the shirt of Mahmoud Ramati. Change is being made. That's really unfortunate. Mahmoud Ramati being replaced by Mehdad Abdi, 31-year-old local player from Mazandaran province. Came on for the last 20 minutes of the win against Mumbai City. Now he's going to get much more time. A player down for Navbahor. It's all rather on the staccato side at the moment. Captain Azimjon Ahmedov. I might suggest he could use cooling down a little. Something of a wild approach from him. I mean, he could so easily have gone clattering into Mohamed Reza Abbasi. Gathered by Mazaheri. 45th appearance for Rashid Mazaheri in the AFC Champions League. And just a fourth for his opposite number, Kir Yusupov. Out by Jan Maleki. Scanned it off. Real sprint. Oh, now that's a yellow card, surely. I mean, it can't be anything but. Igor Golban. Down Mohamed Reza Abbasi with no attempt whatsoever to challenge for the ball. I mean, that is as clear-cut a yellow card as one will ever see. So 2 yellow cards for Navbahor, Mazandaran Ahmedov and Igor Golban. And one imagines now that the advice from Mehdi Ramati will be to Mohamed Reza Abbasi, please run at Igor Golban as much as you wish. Quite unpleasant for him. Excellent delivery, cut out by Mohamed Zadeh. Good defending to match the quality of the cross. Here is Ahmedov, who drops to ground and is joined by the crowd in cries for a free kick. It's an interesting one. Abbasi does seem to cut him off, doesn't he? He quite clearly runs into the path of Azimjon Ahmedov, who kips his way back up. Always nice to see a little parkour coming into the world of association football. Maybe even breaking. So far no one has been able to break through, goalless as we approach the half-an-hour stage of this, the third match day in Group D. Certainly a good opportunity here for Samvel Babayan's team. Tricky delivery that will curl in towards Rashid Mazaheri. Vahid Mohammadzadeh has looked strong defensively so far, particularly in the air. He's a very impressive presence. Coming forward is Filip Ivanovic, who's already scored in the league this season since joining the club. It is challenging and it is almost in. How it stayed out, goodness only knows. And it's put into the side netting by Filip Ivanovic. That may have been an outstanding piece of goalkeeping from Rashid Mazaheri. Iskandarov with the delivery. It was a high-quality one, and it was Mazaheri who reacted. It was Ibrahim Yuldoshev who got close to touching that in. It's actually a very good piece of reacting from the goalkeeper. Made the decision not to come and attack the free kick, and he got it right. Abdulkholikov, Ahmedov, the captain. Another foul on Mohamed Reza Abbasi, this time by Doniyor Abdulmanapov. They're really struggling, aren't they, with Mohamed Reza Abbasi. Navbahor. Many struggle with him. More of a provider than he is a goal scorer. He's actually gone 22 games in the Champions League without scoring. Mohamed Reza Azadi scored in the 2-0 win against Mumbai City. Losing out the substitute Mehrdad Abdi. It's really to play a nothing sort of ball. He now wears the armband. As ever, Amiri Mahdi Janmaleki from Tehran will take this throw. Because of the running track, he'll get plenty of a run-up. It's not a bad throw, flicked on but to nobody. It was the substitute Mehrdad Abdi with the touch with his head. Excellent ball, very well played. Abdulkholikov takes a deflection. Getting back was Vahid Mohammadzadeh. Quality pass from Doniyor Abdulmanapov. And it was intelligent play from Vahid Mohammadzadeh. He read Abdulkholikov's intentions. He hasn't scored as many goals this season as he normally does. Abdulkholikov. Just 3 in the league. He's got a record of about 1 every 2.5 games over his entire career. Really looked comfortable at any stage in the build-up to that attack. Particularly wasting the ball, the visitors. Mazandaran, making his 9th appearance in the AFC Champions League today. 5 of them were for Paktakor in the 2016 season. Of nonsense, frankly, between Nassaji and Gulban. Gulban being reminded by referee Salman Valahi that he's already been shown a yellow card. Played on by Mohamed Zadi to Mohamed Hosseini. Alert defending by Hosseini. He's been an absolute regular since joining the club from Aluminium Arak. He has steadily gone about becoming one of the most reliable defensive figures in the league. Substitute Abdi, little flick from Azadi. Abbasi done well to hold on to this. Limited options, forcing Mohamed Reza Abbasi to go all the way back to the defence. Wanting to cut inside. 88 is Ismail Babai, the 26-year-old. Comfortably intercepted by Miloš Milovic. Comes in again. This time it was Ivanovic. Abbasi. Good block. The attack will go on with Hosseini. A painful block as well for one of the Navbahor players. Abdulkholikov. Somehow he's kept hold of that. How? Abbasi can't believe a free kick wasn't given. The pace of the attack has completely deteriorated to the frustration of Timur Hoja Abdulkholikov, who started it all off. Good ball though to Boltaboev. He's got an opportunity and it's very well defended. Amiri Mahdi Jan Maleki getting his body in the way of the ball. A strong finish coming up perhaps from Navbahor in this first half. Oh well, until that. Has been a very crucial goal scorer for them already in their maiden AFC Champions League campaign. But he wasn't likely to be from that sort of position. the last 5 minutes we go. There will be a small amount, one imagines, of additional time. A few little injuries here and there, particularly the more serious one to Mahmoud Ramati that resulted in him having to leave the field of play and be replaced by Mehrdad Abdi. Ismaili make a decent run, but they just couldn't find him. It's cut out by Ibrahim Yuldashev. Certainly caught Abdulmanapov by Adani. Nothing too disgraceful. It's been good to see over the last little while Sabir Hadani becoming regular in the Nassaji Mazandaran team. He was largely a fringe player at Fulad for most of his 6 years there. Had a couple of years where he was quite present in the first team, but this has been a good spell for him at quite an important stage of his career, really, in establishing himself in the Persian Gulf Pro League. Rather messy there. Moment of indecision allows Azadi with the first clear opportunity, and he's finished it. What excellent play from Mohammad Reza Azadi. Just his second ever goal in the AFC Champions League. He was gifted the opportunity. He still had a lot of work to do, and it was work carried out excellently. Navbahor 0, Nassaji Mazandaran 1. Mohammad Reza Azadi infuriating the home fans, frankly. Not many visiting spectators here, and they are overjoyed by this. Ahmedov and Ivanovic in an absolute pickle. But it was a good finish nonetheless by Mohammad Reza Azadi. It's not clear-cut in a situation like this that the player is going to score. He still had a defender trying to charge him down. Goalkeeper not badly positioned. It required a good finish, and it got it. And he will not be too happy. 4 additional minutes about to be played, and a goal just before half-time. The first really clear chance in the entire match. Colliding, the goal scorer, Mohammad Reza Azadi and Azim John Ahmedov. technical assistance requested by Salman Falahi. They're both, it seems, fairly unaware of the other as they jump. Doesn't seem to get much of a blow to the face, Azimjon Ahmedov. Maybe an arm caught him. How thrilled he will be to have been given that unexpected opportunity for Mohammad Reza Azadi. Powerful challenge coming in as Nassaji Mazandaran seek to hold this advantage until half-time, having really quietened down the Markazi Stadium. Namangan. And really, for the bulk of the first half, it was Navbahor who seemed a little more dangerous. They are evidently very happy now just to use up some seconds, not take any risks, the visitors, and hold on to this advantage at the interval. Maybe one final opportunity for Saber Hardani to put the ball into the area. This is headed clear by Milos Milovic. The attack goes on. Hardani again. And a fine ball dealt with by Golban. Beyond the additional time with a last chance coming for Azadi, and he looks as though he's just about stayed onside. Begi will go behind for a goal kick. As Salman Falahi considers how much more time to allow. Frustrations at the end of the first half for Navbahor and their fans. Well finished by Mohammad Reza Azadi in the 45th minute, but he was gifted the opportunity by Azimjon Ahmedov and Filip Ivanovic's moment of indecision. One good chance for Navbahor. Ibrahim Yuldoshev denied from close range by Rashid Mazaheri. But a sense there that the team that was most threatening in the first half are actually the ones trailing at the break. Interesting dilemma now for the managers. Interesting to see what Samvel Babayan does at half-time, because they would have been hoping to lead They certainly would not have expected to be behind. Only one opportunity given to Nassaji Mazandaran, and it was given to them. It was finished well by Mohamed Reza Azadi. At half-time, it is Navbahor 0, Nassaji Mazandaran 1.
Hey, what are you girls talking about?
Leon, duh.
For a nice week. Wait, what's the line? مساحتها نفس مساحة الكمبيوتر.
oktyabr kunlari Qoraqalpog'iston Respublikasi, viloyatlar va Toshkent shahar terma jamoalari o'rtasida 5 ta yosh toifasida O'zbekiston chempionati o'tkazildi. Mazkur chempionatda Namangan viloyati sharafini himoya qilgan 2006, 2007 va 2010 yillarda tug'ilgan futbolchilardan tashkil topgan viloyatimiz terma jamoalari yakunda chempionlik unvonini qo'lga kiritishdi. Shu fursatdan foydalanib, G'afurov Rahimjon, Galiyev Ravil va Fozilov Rasuljonlar bosh murabbiyligidagi viloyatimiz terma jamoalarini chempionlik bilan muborakbod etamiz.
Welcome back to the Markazi Stadium in Namangan, Uzbekistan. We are a few moments away from the start of the second half in this Group D match in the AFC Champions League. Match day 3, goalless at half-time. Not goalless at half-time, it should have been goalless at half-time, but it was an excellent finish from Mohamed Reza Azadi that made it 1-0 to Nassaji Mazandaran. 44th minute, and frankly the home team shocked by it because they gifted him the chance. Second half begins with Nassaji Mazandaran, the visiting side, having scored in the 44th minute.
Player number 4,
Mohamed Reza Azadi capitalising on a real mix of communication and messages between Azimjon Akhmedov and Filip Ivanovic. And all of that deflating Navbahor very visibly at half-time. They choose to bring on Oston Uranov, 22-year-old, making just his 3rd appearance in the AFC Champions League. Midfielder who is enjoying his best ever season, 8 goals in the league in 20 appearances, so certainly a very valuable player to be able to bring on. And he's well forward at the moment, just around the penalty spot. And Azimjon Akhmedov was the player substituted, the captain, and I think it is not the greatest surprise in the history of football that that decision was taken by Samvel Babayan, because frankly Akhmedov looked a little on the wild side. I mentioned in the first half just how much he loves playing for this club. He only recently rejoined them a few months ago for his 3rd spell, and he was given a yellow card in the first half and looked frankly as though he was quite a risk to be sent off if he carried on with that same approach. The same could be said, but slightly to a lesser extent, of Igor Golban, also in the defence of Navbahor. Meanwhile, at the other end, Amiri Janmaleki gets it as far as Ibrahim Yuldashev. He had the best opportunity for Navbahor, being denied right on the line by Rashid Mazaheri. Here is Iskandarov to the substitute Uranov. And a good pullback, the right idea, and sliced behind goal by Ismail Babai, but he was in the right place, and that's all that really mattered there. Jamshid Iskandarov takes the corner kick, and out swinger that swings a little too far beyond Igor Golban, who had some space. Ismailov does very well and keeps going, and is dispossessed intelligently by Mohamed Reza Abbasi. It's given away by Mehrdad Abdi, and all rather harmless in the end. And the player who came on as a replacement for the injured Mahmoud Ramati. At half-time, Samvel Babayan opting to make a change of his own. Plenty of options should Mehdi Ramati want to make any more changes soon, including the Spaniard Nono. Only joined the club last month and has barely made any appearances. He actually made his debut as a substitute in the last match day of the AFC Champions League. They're quite excited about the acquisition of him. Now, is this onside? It may well be, and it's very good goalkeeping. It is offside, the flag is up anyway. Rashid Mazaheri coming out to make the challenge. Meanwhile, a yellow card. I think it was to Mehtar Abdi, but we'll wait for confirmation of that. Jamshid Boltaboyev, the player who is down. Let's have a look at this again. Well, he is offside by the looks of things. Number 21, Temurkhuja Abdulholikov. And then it's in the aftermath that, well, that's why, yes, Boltaboyev goes down. Saber Hardani, the player who slid in. But that was brave and alert goalkeeping from the 34-year-old, as changes are impending. Asadbek Sobirjonov looks as though he's going to come on. Now, interestingly, there's going to be a video review. So now, it is the challenge absolutely coming in from Saber Hardani. It's a very bad challenge. Look at that contact on Jamshid Boltaboyev. And the important thing is that although the flag was already up for offside, a more serious action has come in, and that supersedes the stoppage in play. Ergo, this has to be investigated. It doesn't matter that the flag was up. The decision has been reached, and it is not a yellow card. It is far worse. Sent off, number 32, Saber Hardani. It is absolutely the correct decision. It was a very bad challenge, and it has changed the dynamic of the entire match. It's an extraordinary contest, this. Navbahor have pressurised themselves by giving a goal away due to poor defending. And now Nassaji Mazandaran have pressurised themselves with this red card of Saber Hardani. And completely unnecessarily, the opposite manager, Samvel Babayam, was gesticulating wildly to Saber Hardani to depart. It's a nice thing to hope for, isn't it, that the managers themselves on the sidelines might model the sort of behaviour you want from the players. Meanwhile, ongoing issues for Rashid Mazaheri, and that relating to his interception when Temurkhuja Abdulholikov was through on goal. And there it is again, that challenge. And you can see from the referee's perspective that, and it's understandable, his focus actually is on the confirmation of the offside as he glanced across to his team on the line. And therefore the video review serving its purpose, because it just allowed Salman Falahi the chance to review that in conversation with Abdul Rahman Al Jassim. Perhaps a tipping point in the entire contest, with Nassaji Mazandaran ahead. They have lost a player, Saber Hadani, who was having a very good game as well, sent off. It's not simply about the issues defensively that it poses for the Iranian team, but actually they've lost an attacking threat as well, because he's been so useful at making his way down the right wing and crossing the ball. Such a good opportunity now for the home team. It's set up for them to make a comeback. Ibrahim Yuldashev has it back. 17, Ismailov. There'll be space and time now if Navbahor play their cards right. Abbasi. Oh, he's controlled it so well. He's done really well, and it's going to be a foul. Meanwhile, Nassaji have a player down in their own half. Challenge, I think, came in from Igor Golban, who was shown a yellow card in the first half. He needs to be careful. There is a sense of deteriorating temperance. Jan Maleki. Yuldashev. Odunov turns wisely and well. Boltaboyev, the player who was fouled so dangerously by Saber Hadani, resulting in that red card. Iskandarov, well read by Saeed Begi, the midfielder having to track back now and be more involved defensively. Urunov. Oh, that's a great cross. Iskandarov to the edge of the area for Boltaboyev, and defended with ferocity. Oh, what a team effort that was from Nassaji Mazandaran. It's a good pullback from Urunov. Iskandarov with the right idea to Boltaboyev. I think it was Mehrad Abdi who actually got the connection ahead of his goalkeeper. They're going to have to do this for a long time now, Nassaji Mazandaran, to pick up the 3 points. To the near post, and it's in the arms of Rashid Mazaheri. Your goal ban forwards. Has scored 2 goals in the Super League. In the season just gone, one that is, well, the season that is just coming to an end, I should say. It's very tight at the moment between first and sixth place, with Navbahor second, which is where they finished last season. And Golban has played every minute of their campaign. Megi. Such a contrast, the season that Nassaji Mazandaran are having. They are 12th in the Persian Gulf Pro League with 1 win from their first 6 matches. But their presence in the AFC Champions League has come from their performances in cup competitions, winning the AFC Cup last season. 12th is exactly where they finished in the league last year too. They've never been higher than 9th. Once again, this opportunity. On and off to Abdulkholikov, to Iskandarov, to Montaboev. Ismailov. And there's the space that comes for Yuldashev. The absence of the right back, Saber Hadani. Another good delivery. Another target not found. It's becoming more and more likely. Ismailov, and Said Begi will happily let that go behind. Now Doniyor Abdulmanapov, who had such a lively start to the match, departing. Asadbek Sobirjanov to come on, 23-year-old who joined the club last year from Kokand 1912. Scored a goal this month in the league in a 3-0 win on the 8th of October, actually at the club where he started his career, Luxoro. Ismaili Babai is being helped onto the stretcher, and we are likely to see Ahmad Mousavi, the 31-year-old defender. He is a right back and will probably replace Saber Hadani in terms of position. I think also Ali Davaran is coming on, a midfielder. It seems that it's going to be Ismaili Babai, one of the players who departs. Goal scorer trying to get involved. Azadi having to track back now and be more defensively minded naturally. They need to have some options forward, which don't exist now as a result. So they have to go all the way back to Mohamed Zadeh. One imagines with additional time factored in, more than 30 minutes still to be played. A long and uncomfortable 30 minutes it's going to be for Nassaji Mazandaran, based on what we've seen since Saber Hadani's red card. They've done well so far. Now here's Ostun Uranov. Substitute has had a real impact. Good decision made by Samvel Babayan to remove Azimjon Akhmedov. Iskandarov keeps it alive. Ismailov. Cut out by the masked Mehrdad Abdi. Orunov is tempted to shoot and has resisted temptation. Yuldashev up in the air and headed clear, half clear by Ismaili. Golban away from Begi. Yuldashev, and he's brought down, is he? No. Now the substitutions will take place. Ismaili Babai will be replaced by 31-year-old Ahmad Musavi, a right back who joined the club last season from his second spell at Gol Goha. And Fashid Ismaili will make way for Ali Davaran. Good opportunity this for number 14, Ali Davaran. And here he is, youth team player, 23, only a couple of appearances this season of the 6 that they played in the league. Started 9 games last season, 16 in total in the league. So he has a chance to make himself a little more high profile. We've got a resolute performance here. It's going to have to be resolute from the lot of them to hold on. Ivanovic, whose miscommunication with Azimjon Ahmedov led to the goal scored by Mohamed Reza Azadi right before half-time. They must be patient, remain patient, not waste opportunities. Gurunov again finding Yuldashev, who was looking for number 21, Temurhuja Abdulholikov. He's the threatening one at the moment in terms of getting close to Rashid Mazaheri, number 21, Abdulholikov. Very experienced, the 32-year-old. He's with his 8th club at Navbahor. Had some high-profile spells with Lokomotiv, 3 of them, and 3 years early on in his career at Paktahor. But as I mentioned earlier, hasn't been scoring as highly this season compared to the majority of his career. Now is a good time to find that form again. Iskandarov, Ismailov. Oh, it's beautifully chipped forward, clever play. Abdulholikov couldn't quite read it, couldn't quite get there. Ivanovic, though, with an excellent idea, and the run was timed right by Abdulholikov. That's really all that Azadi can do at the moment, is touch the ball on. And he looks at his manager as if to say, what else do you want me to do? Yuldashev. So much possession for Navbahor. Nassaji Mazandaran have barely touched the ball. Orunov! Oh, just tipped over the top. Rashid Mazaheri scuttled backwards. Oston Urunov, the substitute, nearly had his first ever AFC Champions League goal. He's been in great form in the league this season. It's loose, it's Yuldashev. I think that actually struck Yuldashev from Ismailov. Sobirjanov, the substitute, makes a run and we'll get it back and we'll pull it back. And it's not cleared by Jan Maleki. Here's Orunov, who nearly scored a moment ago. The substitute, the young player, Ali Davaran, showing real composure. He was fouled anyway. What good decision-making that was from the 23-year-old. Came all the way up over the past few seasons from the youth team. Kept in, but rather needlessly perhaps, because it allows Navbahor the chance to keep the attack moving. Making a run out on the left is Yuldashev. Has to check that run. Now it's with Oston Urunov, who fancies himself to do something spectacular, I think. Urunov, it's a good idea, but that time it was comfortable for Rashid Mazaheri, but Oston Urunov has brought the game to life from Navbahor's perspective, as there is yet another Nassaji Mazandaran player down. Well, let's have a look at this moment of near magic, and it's a good save from Mazaheri. It's a great example of a goalkeeper being out of position, being wrong-footed, and technically doing all of the things right to rectify the problem. It would have been extremely special had Oston Urunov managed to beat Mazaheri from that sort of position with that sort of shot. But as I said earlier, he's having a great season in the league. 8 goals in 20 appearances, including 2 games where he scored twice. Another corner kick. Jamshid Iskandarov wins the corner and will now take it. Really the best hope here for Nassaji Mazandaran in terms of relieving pressure is that Navbahor will eventually get a little desperate, commit too many players forward, and they might be able to counter-attack. And suddenly the space emerges and it's not used. Milos Milovic, the player who was utterly unmarked, played in by Sobirjanov. Milovic was actually looking for Filip Ivanovic, his partner in the defence. Iskandarov, they just have so much time and space. Yuldashev. Ismailov. Urunov. To Yuldashev, who's been very involved in all of the build-up play since Haldani was red-carded. Urunov goes through, and he's scored! It's brilliant from Oston Urunov. He was denied a moment of magic earlier. He says, deny me no longer. 1-1. The man who's been in spectacular form in the league this season. And he has taken that to the AFC Champions League for the first time. It's his first ever goal. Oston Uranov. He's been so confident of late. He also scored his first goal for the national team in some time in their win against Vietnam. And that was just a matter of days ago. Danced his way through. Well finished. May have been deflected off Mohamed Hosseini, hard to tell, but that was expertly created by Oston Uranov. And one has to credit Samvel Babayan with the tactical nous and also the awareness, probably the psychology of the match. Taking off Azimjon Akhmedov, the captain, who was looking a threat to be sent off rather than taken off at half-time, and bringing on Oston Uranov. Now one wonders if Nassaji and Mazandaran are going to be able to hold on. That old cliche of "we take a point" right now, I think, applies. Abbasi, so lively throughout the first half, so unable to get involved in the game in the second, does extremely well to win a corner kick. Took a lot of effort from the 27-year-old.
Shuni mamnuniyat bilan e'lon qilamizki, bugun markaziy stadioniga o'yinni bevosita kuzatish
Corner kick to be taken by one of the substitutes, Ahmad Musavi, experienced fullback. His delivery doesn't quite pan out, but he might get another chance here. We just need to try and hold on to the ball for a little. The away side, Abdi, uses it well. First time for quite some time that Nassaji Mazandaran have actually sustained possession. That's played well by Begi. A little space unexpectedly emerging, but all too easy to clear. Uranov overlapping is Yuldashev. They've combined ever so well. And the cross, a little difficult for Abdulkholikov to take. But that link up on the left wing between Oston Uranov and Ibrahim Yuldashev is proving so dangerous at the moment. The whole match transformed by the loss of the right back, Saber Hadani. Ismailov. Ismailov again. Uranov. It genuinely feels like an impending goal, not a potential goal for Navbahor. Azadi. Oh, that's brilliant from Uranov. And the little flick forward. Sabirjanov not able to use it. Once again, at the heart of the attack, Oston Urunov paying the price for it. It's lovely when you see a player who has that confidence that has come from hard work domestically and excellent performances. It's translated to the national team. Now it's flowed over into the AFC Champions League. Great to see. Really not enjoying having to deal with Oston Urunov at the moment, the Nassaji Mazandaran players. Jamshid Iskandarov. Who else but Urunov? Oh, could have gone a very different way that, and flag is up anyway. Deflection might have carried it through. On the ground, Mohamed Ehsan Hosseini. Seemed to strike him in the head. Oh, that's actually quite painful. Clatters him in the chin. Absolutely is going to sting. Meanwhile, we now see the emergence of the Spaniard Nono. Mohamed Reza Abbas's way of departing the match, indicative of how desperate Nassaji Mazandaran are to win the game. And coming on, the 30-year-old from El Puerto de Santa Maria in Cádiz, Andalusia, I should say, Nono. Joined the club last year after last month after one season at Damak in Saudi Arabia. Only made his debut in the league last week in the 1-0 loss to Aluminium Arak, the former club of the current manager Mehdi Ramati. Yuldoshev. There he is again. For him, Yuldoshev rarely enjoys such opportunity to come forwards. It evidently really flourishes when he can do so. Here's the player who really has changed the game, Oston Urunov. Boltaboev runs into the defence, goes no further. Not convincingly cleared though. From the long range, Jamshid Iskandarov, it was good covering defensive work from Nassaji Mazandaran. Ismailov. Abdulholikov to Uranov. Just overworked on that occasion. He has it back, Oston Uranov. And the shot from Temur Hoxha Abdulholikov. The trajectory of his season compared to previous ones, really the absolute opposite of the gentleman who gave him the ball, because whilst Uranov has flourished this year, scoring far more than he's ever done in his previous seasons with the club, Abdulholikov has found it much harder to score, but he has a record of 158 goals in 379 appearances in all competitions for all of his clubs. For the first time, Rashid Mataheri receiving some treatment. Another delay to the game, and it has infuriated Abdulbek Ismailov, and this is all rather farcical. And some of the more sensible players coming in to diffuse things. Salman Falahi is going to issue a yellow card to Mohamed Reza Azadi. Indicating it's for use of the elbow as he's jumping, striking Jamshid Boltaboyev. Will be an extremely good draw for Nassaji Mazandaran if they can hold on for what one imagined is still going to be a good 10 minutes or so. Uranov doing his best to engineer the 3 points, having his shirt pulled clearly by Ali Davaran. Little example of realpolitik there from the young player, knowing that he had no way of stopping Uranov. Iskandarov. Sobirjanov, and Mazaheri perhaps had a moment of indecision, but it's of no great harm. Fouled is Mohamed Reza Azadi by Miloš Milovic. Absolute clear tug of the shorts. And for Nassaji Mazandaran, it's all very useful an ending to the game, because the more they can disrupt things, the more they can draw fouls, the more they can slow things down, the more likely they are to hold on, or maybe even to snatch a winner. That would have been just remarkable. But the danger is of overcommitting. Galloping is Yuldashev. Urunov used him by not actually passing to him, but exploiting the space it created, and then it's all wasted. Musavi. Urunov a little too physical in winning that back. Just clipped the substitute Ahmad Musavi. Might actually have been before that. I think there's a case to say actually that it wasn't Urunov who committed the foul, but the player before him. I think it might have been Boltaboyev. But his contribution has been terrific. He joined the club this year after departing in 2019 for Lokomotiv Tashkent. There we go, 11 additional minutes. Nassaji Mazandaran still have a long way to go. Oh, that was utterly wasted. Very strange play defensively. They had an opportunity to get the ball clear and put it straight back into the path of the visitors. There's now 2 balls onto the pitch, and the game will have to be pulled back. Over the head of Iskandarov. Yuldashev. Urunov. Is there going to be... I was going to say, is there going to be another beautiful moment of play from him? And then he clattered it straight into the unaware Salman Falahi. Ismailov. And the goalkeeper was stretching and relieved. Rashid Mazaheri had to move fast. The crowd just for a moment thought this was going to drift in. Curved away. Might easily have bounced over Mazaheri. It's going to be difficult for the veteran goalkeeper. Ismailov has space and time to make a decision, and makes probably a sensible one to Yuldashev. Yuldashev wastes it. Still Navbahor searching for a winning goal. Yuldashev, can he make the right decision? It wasn't a bad one. It all amounts to nothing, and they might look back at this, Navbahor, well, they will look back at this if they don't manage to secure a winning goal. That's some opportunities that they perhaps should have taken. Oston Urunov. He cuts inside and thinks about a shot, and it is too long a thought because it allowed the defence to get back into position. Just needed to take that a little earlier. Ismailov to Iskandarov. Golban moves it to Sobirjanov. Pulled back, is this the chance? Not quite. Urunov, and that time the quality of his finish is not there. And again, the use of the ball when the space had been created was not high quality enough. Mohamed Reza Azadi's goal may yet secure a point for the Iranian side. Mazandaran. Zaheri will use up every second possible. Gets rather sarcastic applause from Jamshid Iskandarov. It's all perfectly within the laws of the game. Bataboev, nice control. Ildoshev. It's hopeful. And it's not yet hopeless for Navbahor. Iskandarov, what a clever pass. What a nice piece of play, and yet again, wasted. How often one has found oneself thinking that the ball before the ball has been of high quality. The crucial one, less so. Abdulholikov quite able to hold on to the ball, to get it under control. Nor can Said Begi. Ismailov can. He's done well. The goalkeeper should make this his though, and Mazaheri's got to get back into goal quickly, but nothing can be done anyway. Abdulbek Ismailov. Aston Uranov. Trying to stick tightly to him, but it doesn't work. Uranov. It's in! An own goal! Aston Uranov may not have scored the winner, but he has created it. The man who changed the game. His decision, Sambel Babayan, to bring on Aston Uranov, inspired. And a devastating moment for Nassaji Mazandaran and Mehrdad Abdi right at the end of this game, as Navbahor have taken the lead. But they just could not stop Uranov. And the hands go on the head of Captain Mehrdad Abdi. Oh, that's so unfortunate, it really is. It's one of those situations where you have to feel for Abdi, because he has to track back, he has to try to stop Temurhuja Abdulholikov, and then the ball just striking him as he's galloping towards his own goal. And the goal that they so desperately were striving for, they've got, and it's a huge goal for Navbahor Namangan in terms of their Group D prospects. But can there be any debate about the most influential player in this match? Very often when football managers make substitutions, lazy language is used. We all do it. We will say things like a gamble or a roll of the dice. But it is to be disrespectful to the tactical awareness of managers to suggest that they are simply throwing on players in a hit and hope strategy Oston Uranov was clearly brought on tactically at half-time by a manager who knew what he was doing, and it has changed the game, as of course has the red card to Sabir Hardani. But there was no gamble, there was no roll of the dice in bringing on Oston Uranov. Now it will be the turn of the Navbahor players to seek to delay the game as much as possible. Although you could forgive Oston Uranov for being a touch on the worn outside. He's done enough running for about 3 football matches in this second half. I said at the start of the game that Namangan, where this club in Uzbekistan is based, comes from the Persian word for salt mines. Turns out it has been an absolutely thankless slog with no reward for Nassaji Mazandaran. They've grafted and will leave, it looks like, with nothing. Ahmad Musavi with a corner kick. Easy for Utkir Yusupov, who actually has barely had anything to do in the entire match. It really has been an awful game for him, because the enduring memory will be being beaten by Mohammad Reza Azadi. It won't matter if Navbahor manage to hold on and win this game, which it looks as though they're going to do. Sambil Babayan urging his players to get back into position, not to switch off right at the close of the match. Oh, the header back just finds Mazahedi. He wastes no time in launching the ball towards the attackers. And there is going to be a free kick for Nassaji Mazandaran, and it may well be their last opportunity. It was Nono, the Spaniard, who went down. And it will be him to deliver the free kick. Will Navbahor manage to create a little breathing space for themselves in Group D? Will Nassaji Mazandaran get an unlikely equalising goal, considering what they have endured in this second half? Substitute Nono, and the delivery lacks purpose. Home fans imploring the whistle to be blown. It is blown. It's an excellent comeback win for Navbahor Namangan. A goal conceded just before half-time, a goal scored just before full-time, an own goal to make it even crueler on Nassaji Mazandaran. The dismissal of Sabir Hardani changed the game, but one cannot ignore the real architect of the transformation, Oston Uranov, the number 7. An excellent goal, an excellent decision from him, Sambil Babayan, to bring him on at half-time, replacing the captain. It was a bold move, it was the right move. It results in a win for Navbahor Namangan. But take a moment to feel some sympathy for Nassaji Mazandaran. They worked extremely hard. They were hit hard by the sending off. It was the right decision, undoubtedly. And a relieved Filip Ivanovic, knowing that his error combined with Azimjon Ahmedov, has not resulted in punishment for his team. A high-intensity game and a high-intensity conclusion, but he will be thrilled. And it is an excellent start for Navbahor. 2 wins and a draw from their first 3 games in their maiden AFC Champions League campaign. I mean, that is an excellent start. And they will now, on the next match day, visit the Nassaji Stadium in Tehran for the rematch between these 2 teams. And you can bet that Nassaji Mazandaran will be counting down the days until they can have another go at defeating Navbahor, because they weren't too far away this time. An entertaining game, a dramatic conclusion. It finishes Navbahor 2, Nassaji Mazandaran 1.